So I wanted to tell the story of what I call the gasoline house. Now, there was this resale house that I thought looked kind of nice online from the photos, but if there's one thing that I've learned over the years is that when you're looking at resale homes, those photos always make the house look better than what you see in person, what you see and also what you smell. So anyway, there was an open house and I decided that I was going to stop at the open house. I go into the open house and as soon as I open up the front door, I'm feeling something like on my eyes, like whatever's in the air, I feel sensitive. And I get hit with a very strange smell plus a ton of strawberries. So anyway, I walk in and I'm in the living room and the realtor's in the kitchen, which is a little bit further back. And the realtor says, hi. And I say, hi. And, the realtor starts asking me some questions and I just, let the realtor think that I'm just out looking for the day. Anyway, and of course, I never said that I was a realtor either because I just don't do that when I go into open house. I like to see, how they're going to speak to me, I guess you could say. So anyway, so I start looking at the house and like the air in the house just felt really bad. I go up to the second floor and the air's getting worse. And when I'm up on the second floor and I'm like, am I smelling gasoline? So I'm like, you know what? I think I am smelling gasoline. So I go back down the stairs and I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, I have to get out of this house. There's something wrong here. I go back downstairs and I say to the realtor, I'm like, what's wrong with this house? What does that smell? So the realtor looks at me and goes, smell? What smell? I don't smell anything. I said, you don't smell anything? I said, it smells like gas in this house. Gasoline, not natural gas, gasoline. So the realtor playing pretend that it doesn't smell. Anyway, as I'm leaving, I said, you know what? I'm going to open up the door to the left. And the door to the left was the garage. I open up the garage and there's like oil all over the garage floor. There's cans of like, mechanics, various sprays, various grease, various oils, cans of probably, gasoline, whatever it was, all over the walls. There was shelves or whatever. But anyway, the floor of the garage was covered in like oils and gas. And I guess whoever owned the house was using their house to fix other people's cars. Now, I don't know of an HOA that would allow something like that, but this person was doing it. Anyway, I ended up just leaving. I said, I'm getting out of here. I'm like, this house is horrible. It stinks. My eyes are like tearing from the smell. So on the way out, I basically didn't even say goodbye. I just kind of just walked out because I was going to say to this realtor, I was going to say, you really should be ashamed of yourself for lying to people and lying to people in the worst way when you're playing dumb to the smell, of a house that is, stinks of, oil and gasoline and you doused it in strawberry air freshener.